Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Rick. Video of the day from Man Talk. Reason why men are walking away from dating. Please like subscribe below. I really appreciate that. See that. Chow time.
At this point, a lot of people have said, you know, Katie, you insist that men describe what they're bringing to the table, and I still do, but we don't really know what you're bringing to the table, so
yes,
here it is.
Nobody cares!
I'm a trauma therapist, so I'm very equipped to validate people's feelings.
Nobody
so you're useless.
cares!
I'm a classically trained vocalist, so
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares!
Nobody cares.
I'm a fourth-year doctoral student, so very soon
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares!
Nobody cares.
I'm writing my first novel right now.
Nobody cares!
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares!
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Freaking cares.
Nobody cares!
Fuck you, man.
Bruh, can you make a sandwich?
I love to cook, but I will not follow a recipe because no one is telling me what to do in my own kitchen.
Dismissed.
If someone else will do...
Dismissed!
Ladies, next time you're trying to justify whether you should ask a guy out or initiate plans or even double text, I want you to think back to biology class and ask yourself, does the egg swim to the sperm or does the sperm swim to the egg?
Absolutely, ladies. And if you keep that mentality well into your 40s, nobody's gonna be swimming to anything because your
They
egg
ain't got
carton
no
will be
eggs.
empty.
I'm not someone that posts or cries or anything on the internet, so this is
Alright, this woman looks so manly. Like, just her features and her nose and stuff gives her this such manly face. I'm not trying to talk shit on her either, but it's difficult to watch this person cry on camera because it feels like it's a man crying.
this is a new one for me. I guess I need girls to rally with me and lift me up because I feel so defeated right now.
This is a softened generation.
Pathetic.
I've been trying to meet someone, just anybody worth my time for years. And dating apps are so awful. I don't need to explain to you how awful the dating apps are. So I've been trying to meet people in public, and they're still trash when I do randomly meet people in public. But tonight takes the cake. Last week...
Well, this is a 6-minute video, so let me give you the short version. She went to a comedy show hoping to meet single men. She was the only single person there. All the comedians made fun of her. She just stood there and took it instead of leaving, and now she's crying for validation on TikTok. Let's skip forward.
You know, I just went to a comedy show, and they also made fun of me because they asked me what I did, and I was like, I do YouTube, and they're like, you're an influencer. I'm like, no, I wouldn't call myself that. I'm like, well, I don't care what you call yourself. You're an influencer. And I was like, I guess. I love comedy shows. It's fun when they make fun of you and you shoot back and forth and stuff. You should be able to laugh at yourself. Like, life is not that serious to be able to just be upset at everything. Damn, she's talking a long time.
I don't want to go out again. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. When I try, this happens in dating apps.
Just going outside where men are isn't really trying, ladies. That's the bare minimum. If you're not even going outside where men are, yeah, you're not going to get a man. So you're going to have to do more than just going outside.
I'm stuck. And I get in this Uber and it's this 75-year-old woman with her dogs. And she won't stop talking about her dogs and how she got
Wait, a 75-year-old woman driving the Uber with her dogs in the Uber?
an oil change and what'd you do tonight? Was the comedy show good? And I'm being nice and polite, but all I can think about is this is gonna be me.
You're goddamn right.
I just can't help but feel like I'm gonna turn into this because I'm never gonna meet someone. And for everybody who's gonna tell me it'll come along when you least expect it, I've been hearing that for 7 years, okay? I'm so sick of hearing that.
It's crazy that she's been single for 7 years.
There's such a thing as people that just don't find their person and don't get married. So
Shut up.
Sweetie, is this you?
I play basketball 3 times a week. I'm on a co-ed flag football team. I coach basketball sometimes. I'm in a running club. I have a job that I talk to multiple people a day, and I'm still not meeting quality people. I'm not meeting people that ask me out. I'm not meeting people that I would want to ask out, and I'm not meeting people that want a relationship. That's the key to all this also, that want a relationship. I meet plenty of men that don't want anything to do with our relationship, but that...
Yeah, because you're old. You hit the wall. You're probably insufferable, at least from the videos we're seeing.
That's not what I want.
Now, let's run that through our Adeptus Mechanica certified womanese translator.
Cogitating. I'm single because Chad just wants to pump and dump and regular men are beneath me.
Bruh.
Sweetie, if you want to know what's wrong with your dating life, maybe look in the mirror.
I love his editing.
Nobody prepares you for when your child becomes old enough to have an intellectual debate with you. My son just completed his freshman year at college, and he was home this morning, and over breakfast he says, "Have you heard of that man versus bear conversation?" What kind of surprised me is I've made a few videos about this, but apparently he doesn't follow my TikTok accounts.
Why the fuck would he follow your TikTok account? Who would follow their mom's TikTok account? That must be a boring ass fucking account. At least for your son to be looking at.
I don't blame him, I'm his mom.
And this is one of the videos.
So ladies, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a bear or with another woman? I'm willing to wager that 99% of the women out there would answer that they would rather be with another woman than with a bear. And yet those same women will still say that they would rather be with the bear than with another man. If I were walking alone on a street and I had a group of women behind me, I would actually feel safer. If I were walking along on a street and I had a group of men behind me, I would be trying to get out of sight as quickly as possible. If I were checking into a hotel by myself and I had...
You lying pieces of shits. No, you're not. When men are behind you, you don't even care half the time. You're not that scared of them. Why? Because nothing happens to you when men are behind you like that. Rarely does anything ever happen.
A woman that was waiting behind me in line and the hotel clerk announced my room number out loud, I really wouldn't worry too much about it. Yet if she did that with a man waiting behind me, I would ask her to change my room and not announce the number out loud and just write it down on a piece of paper. If I were alone in an elevator with a man, I would likely get off at a different floor than I intended to, just for my own safety.
And yet, you were in all of those situations, and the men did nothing to you.
Yeah.
I think, just like the lovely lady on number 3, you might be the problem.
But I said, yes, as a matter of fact, I have heard that. And he says, do you think it's an effective way to have a conversation? And what ensued was 50 minutes of us debating on whether the conversation being positioned as man versus bear is effective. His stance was that presenting it in that way wasn't an effective way for men to be able to hear it in order to enact change. And that when an entire gender gets compared to an animal, it makes them not want to help us or affect change.
Bingo!
Damn right!
Yahtzee!
If you've been following or participating in this topic, especially as a woman, then you know that this isn't really about us trying to put things in a palatable way for men. And as
it's just you shaming men.
a whole, why we would pick the bear over a man.
I don't know. Maybe because the women who are saying this crap want to insinuate that all men are criminals. But, sweetie, since you said that you don't feel safe around men, I got a question for you. Who would you rather run into in the woods? Your son or a bear? Now, obviously, you're gonna say your son. But I got news for you, sweetie.
He's a
for
man!
other women who think like you, your son is just a random man. And in the current man versus bear debate, your son is gonna be painted as that word that rhymes with ape and grape.
Bruh.
And by parroting this ideology...
Isn't that crazy that she doesn't even realize that your own son is being viewed this way? This is why he has an issue with it. So oblivious.
You're directly contributing to your son being vilified by women.
Yep.
Ironic.
So I said, change doesn't happen overnight, but the conversation has to start somewhere, and this has brought awareness to a topic that many men didn't realize was the actual experience of almost 100% of women.
Every day, more lies.
And if he now knows what the next step needs to be in order to enact change, then he completely has it within his power to be the voice in a way that he believes men and the people that he can relate to the most would be able to hear it. So then the question becomes, if you know what you need to do, then why are you not doing that?
Hey guys, you know what indoctrinating a young man into a man-hating ideology looks like? This.
You raised by your father and mother?
No, just my mother.
Oh, where's your father?
I don't know. I don't want to meet him.
Why not?
Well, because my mother says I don't want to, and I there's no reason to.
This is the Bobby Boucher Waterboy thing. My mama said.
Because your mother said it? Why you believe your mother? Your mother's jealous of your father. She won't let you see him.
I don't think that's what it is. My mother is also against toxic masculinity, and she is also against the patriarchy. And my father was a very toxic male.
How you know that?
Because I see videos and photos of from when I was a baby, and one of the videos is him with a bunch of other men in the backyard, all drunk.
Hanging out?
Beers.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they're just acting like idiots. I can just tell through the video his personality is just not somebody I'd want to meet.
It's like telling me you guys know me, like my personality and everything about me by just my videos. You guys really don't. It's just videos. You get a glimpse into people's lives, especially if he's just hanging out with the boys. What can you surmise from that?
Are you just like your mother?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Man, that's messed up.
So guys, be extremely careful when you choose a woman to have kids with.
Agreed.
Because if you choose wrong, it's not just your life that gets ruined. It's gonna be your son's too. Pay attention.
Not just
not
sons,
child
daughters.
Support.
And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
Shout outs to Man Talk. It's sad that women don't even understand, especially mothers that are talking shit about men and putting men in this light, that your own son is also viewed in this light. How do they not see this? Your son is seen as a predator too now. But do you know your son's a predator? You know he's not. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.